What's going on, everybody? Josh, starterraingutterbusiness.com. We're going to run through a couple ways to build a miter template for a 5-inch K-style here with you today. And let me tell you, we have the easiest solution for you. Option number one. Basically what you're trying to do is make it look like a chop saw cut from the top straight down through this section of gutter. So the hard part about that is this front has curves in it, and so you can't just draw a straight line here and get a very accurate template. And since you're making a template to make, you know, all your strip miters, all your corners with, in case you have to do like a handmade corner for some reason, like some special color or, you know, copper. I know they carry strip miters, but you're doing copper K-style and don't have a strip miter. A few different situations I've run into where you just need to make a handmade corner. So you want a very accurate template. So if you do it from the outside, probably the most accurate. The problem is getting this line right here. So we'll kind of run through that real quick, and then we'll go through the way that I normally do it. Right. So first thing we want to do is make this is a 2-inch tang on the back, and that is for basically your handle to grab the template and have a nice square back built into your template, so you can just trace it and cut it. So you'll want to do your lines on the back nice and square. You don't want to have your hanger here. If your hanger's hitting the speed square, it'll change the way that won't be square with the gutter. So I guess you can just do it from the bottom. There you go. Solved my own problem. Okay, so let's say we have a 2-inch tang in the back, and that's what I have measured out here. Then from there, what I did was, I drew a straight squared off line on the bottom here. And to make my 2-inch back, I just went 1 inch from each side of that line. So that gives you a good center. And then you want to transfer that line up to the top edge. And to make this a nice 45-degree corner, all you have to do is know that the top of your gutter is 5 inches wide. So then this measurement's also going to be 5 inches, but not off the center line, off of your 1-inch line. So like I said, the outside way to do this is more complicated than my simple brain can handle most days. And it's Friday today, so I'm running on hamster power right now. Okay, so if you're coming, these edges, this edge right here and this edge right here are both coming at a 90 off of the bottom of the gutter, or they should be if your gutter machine's adjusted right. So that means, like, come back to my visual of the chop saw cutting it, that means these are going to be nice and straight. So take your speed square, those are going to be 2 straight lines, make sure they're nice and straight. And then we have this garbage to deal with. And you can get close enough to just, you know, connect the dots between here and here, and just throw a line on there, cut it. It's going to be close enough for a strip miter. The problem with that is if you ever want to use this template for some sort of a custom corner, it's not going to look that great. So, like I said, it'd work, but if you want to make a nice template, it's not going to be a perfect template, that's for sure. So option number 2. This is probably the simpler way to do it. Not quite as accurate, but depending on how straight your eyeballs are. I always just grab 2 hangers with the clip, and that keeps us the front and the back of the gutter square with each other. So your speed square is actually doing something useful. And probably the best way to do it is to set this on something flat, like a flat table, so it's not twisting at all. And then you get your, you know, mark out your front, the back. I like to just go ahead and use the flat edge of the speed square to make my back lines. Okay, so then once you have your back line drawn and you have this on a flat surface, Then you just throw this on, your speed square on, eyeball down this line, make sure that your speed square lines up with the top and the bottom of that line you drew on the back. And then you just hold your head straight above that, with the, keeping that in your peripheral vision. Make sure this lines up perfect with the back. And then you can just kind of, draw your little dotted out line, connect the dots, and that at least gives you your front curve. And the reason I like to do it this way is because we do, what do we have? 4 different gutter profiles of gutter machines, and this is the easiest way to make them consistent, like between half round, 2 different styles of box gutters, K-style, 5-inch, 6-inch. Once you kind of learn how to do it this way, the information transfers easier from the different gutter profiles. Okay, third option, the Easy Miter gutter template. I'm telling you guys, if you want to dink around with this and you want a nice, straight, easy, quick gutter template, boom. You guys can print this off, cut on the lines, line the dotted lines up with everything. I have an instruction manual on here on how to use this thing. Throw it in there, trace it, cut it with your snips, done deal. Super easy. All right, so now that you have your lines drawn, however you chose to do so, just cut on the line, connect the dots. I always like to leave a little bit extra material, and then just especially for a template, I mean, obviously you don't want to do this on every corner, but for a template, leave a little extra material and then just fine tune it after it's done. So it's definitely easiest to have both right and left cutting snips. And you'll get really good at cutting the relief cuts with doing this. You just kind of, saw the way the middle, chip by chip. All right, so then to make this easy to pop into gutters and trace, you need to cut this top lip off. I'll do that here. And then the best way to deal with this back tang is to actually shorten the distance of this thing a little bit by bending this flat. And I'll show you guys how to do that. And then shortening that. So bend it in a little bit, 1/8 inch, something like that. So it sits nice and square on the bottom of the gutter, but on the inside of the gutter you're trying to use this template on. So we'll cut off the front lip. I usually just cut this down the center, about the center of that front lip. So this is how I like to do the back. Just bend it flat, scoot your seamers in a hair, repinch, and then rebend it. Basically, you're just tightening this bottom up so that way it pops right into the gutter really easy. So there you have it. And then if you want to get crazy with it, you can make yourself a little handle back here. Pretty sweet. If you want to check out our template that we made for you guys to make your lives a little easier, it's on our website, starteraingutterbusiness.com. So just a simple paper template that you can make one of these with a little quicker and easier. So check it out. Make sure to comment below, like our video, subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.